Good morning, everyone, and happy March 6th. With today being 3-6 and 3s being my lucky number and 23 having the 3 in it, I just thought it'd be a cute day to share my sort of process. So I have quite an involved process. For me, it's not so much for the cards, it's more for me. For my process, I have a very involved one, and I know a lot of people just sit down and start reading cards. I do not feel that my process in any way affects the cards at all. There is a probability, 78 cards, a 1 out of 78 chance that I'm going to draw a card, and I can't screw with that. However, I can put myself in the headspace to be able to be receptive to what I am drawing. So I have an interesting little thing, so I will share that with you. I think it's quite unique to me. I haven't seen anybody else doing it, but that doesn't mean I don't want to share it and get it out there. So real quick, I have drawn a little sacred geometry. I get a little piece of paper, I get my compass out, and I drew the seed of life here. And as soon as I drew that, I put in some words. It's March 6th. The world, hope, and future. And I did a little reading that you can catch over on my Instagram if you're interested. And that just gets me in the headspace to receive the message that the cards are sending. I am a highly intuitive reader who is highly empathetic. And so that kind of headspace is hard for me to always achieve. So to be receptive and not put my own feelings or thoughts onto it and just to let the cards tell their story. So I find that the sacred geometry that I write down first really helps me balance my brain to stop it from being too right or too left and get it really nice and equal. Putting down my own words allows me to do my own layouts every single time I draw my sacred geometry. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day, how the circles and lines all added up, and how it got around to being the card that I drew, or the layout that I drew. I think there is a wonderful wealth of different options that you can select from for layouts. Obviously, Celtic Cross, super classic. There are more than that. I've learned the ex-lovers just recently through my little professional series with Madame Pamita. I have done a variation of a Celtic Cross my entire life. For 23 years, I've been only reading one layout until recently when I started to do my sacred geometry, which really helped me feel confident in what I was doing and allows me to sort of take notes and gauge how the reading has gone and where I think I could maybe change my questions or my procedures in the future if I ever go back and look at these. A lot of the time I actually burn these when I'm done. So if it's a very intense reading, I like to think that burning it releases that energy, and it just makes me feel that that moment is in the past, and I am letting go of that reading. I'm letting go of that message. I am burning and cleansing and getting ready for the next one. So I don't have any kind of feeling in my brain of needing to have an expectation of a previous reading feeling like it needs to mess with future readings, that it's very much just that one reading. And so some I keep, some I burn, just definitely goes with my mood. And I'm going to pull a couple cards. So this is something that I do to feel. You'll see a lot of us do it. I know that is, for anyone that doesn't know what I'm looking for, you can get the feeling if you press two of your hands. It's easier if you do it with a stranger. But once you put your hands just this little far, you start feeling a heat, vibration, feeling. And that is sort of what I'm looking for out of the cards. It's the easiest way for me to explain to you what to feel for if you are looking for your own cards. So as I hover my fingers over the top, I can start to feel where cards are telling me, and actually all three of them wanted to come from the exact same spot. And I think that is a lovely little reading for today. Again, if you want to do my initial reading with this, please go check out my Instagram at The Fae Saint, and exactly like it is here. And you can find my Instagram. This is a second drawing, so I don't think the message is going to be too clear. I always find if I redo everything that it gets a little convoluted, but we can still go through. So the Knight of Wands is what I drew, and I am using my Fae Phantasma deck today. So the Knight of Wands, what a wonderful journey, breathing out that passion, getting ready for exploration, bringing the little companion along, getting ready to conquer and to face trials and tribulations. I think that's perfect for what the world's going through right now, that it's a very complex world with a lot of feeling, and we don't really know where we're going. It's a lot of growth pains right now. So we are finding a lot of people with passion are really the ones paving the way. For hope, I think Ace of Wands is what I drew just now, which I think is another, I just love the art on this deck. Again, it's the Phantasma, I call it my Fae Phantasma, but Paulina Fae did this. I was drawn, obviously, because of the Fae Saint to a Fae deck. And when I found this, I was absolutely in love. So thank you, Paulina Fae. I adore you, and I can't wait to maybe hopefully meet you someday. And so with Ace of Wands, Wands being sort of the power of imbuing the world with your magic. And the Ace, it's a new way to always endeavor to put your energy out into the world. The best that you can do, the best that your energy. If you just keep it all bundled up inside and never share it, we're never going to grow as a community. So being able to go out there and share what you're passionate about, what you love, what you encourage, people are going to attach to that. They're really going to find that when you're brave enough to show off what you're passionate about, that they're brave enough to show off what they're passionate about. And once we have a community that's all sharing these amazing passions, we really start to grow. We explore, we educate, we share, just community supporting community. It's one of my fundamental tenets, and I really think that that's a wonderful card, that Ace of Wands, that starting point to growing that passion, really following that Knight of Wands who's chasing that passion. And in the future, the King of Cups, another lovely card. Goodness, almost reminds me of like Flotsam and Jetsam down there. And so with this one, that font of knowledge, I wouldn't say conqueror, the king of knowledge, that is the future of the world. That if we share all the things that we're passionate about, the font of knowledge will overflow. That we will reap the rewards as a community, as a world, as who we are and who we should be, which is a group of people always endeavoring to better our community. Instead of being so selfish that we want to only focus on us, we want to focus on us, but we want to share that experience. If you are a fisher, or fisherman, fisherwoman, fisher person, you could teach me how to fish. I have done it a little bit, but I am not good at it. And I am a tarot reader, and I am a chef, and so I am able to share those experiences out in the world. And hopefully that if you, even one person, watches this little video and learns just one little thing, how wonderful that is. And if everyone took the time just to put a little bit of knowledge out in the world about what they're passionate about, the King of Cups will reign, and we will have a font of knowledge overflowing, and how joyous we will be. So happy March 6th. I really hope that everyone has an amazing day, and cherish be. Mwah.